Kids today get everything online, including music. If that's so true, why are people still buying vinyl records? According to Rolling Stone, the sale of vinyl records increased 14% in 2010, a new record since 1991. DC record stores Crooked Beat and Psalm Records are facilitating this new trend and showing the world that the classics never die.
What I like about vinyl is that you have an artifact that doesn't reproduce itself exactly the same way every time you play it.
It's something I grew up with, so it's something that's always been there. Even when CDs were basically the primary focus of the record labels in the 90s, I still bought vinyl, and there was always a crowd out there that still bought vinyl.
Basically, I started as a record collector, and I had thousands of records, and decided I was going to quit my job and open a record store. So I found a space and put all my records in there, and kept some for myself, but put a lot of my collection in there and started selling them. I sell a lot of rock and roll, a lot of indie rock, classic rock, but I also sell a lot of reggae, a lot of international stuff, hip-hop, soul and R&B, jazz, everything. It's not like the old days when people had record stores 20 years ago where everybody got their music from the record store. You're competing against the internet, so you have to be more specialized, and you really have to know your customers well when you do your ordering.
There are, you know, since vinyls, they started introducing MP3 cards with new LPs. That's changed a lot, so there is a new crowd that is buying that, but there's always been an audience for it. So I think to some people it might be a trend that will go away, but I just do it just small to a small segment, because there's vinyl even when no one was wanting vinyl.
Despite the growing trend, a lot of teens still haven't listened to vinyl, saying it's obsolete and just too old.
Records.
Because my parents own them, and they're so good.
Why do you still own them?
Because they sound better than MP3s, and also the album art looks better, and
Since they got spoons,
it's
they're
just
cool.
more. It makes me feel like closer to the artist and like more appreciative of the music.
Your impression of vinyl.
I've never heard
I
of
want it, but it's so hard to get a record
really
player.
I mean, I don't know. I've never picked up a record. I feel like, whatever.
I feel like
People like Neil and Bill are holding on to vinyl. They're preserving an art form, a culture. They're preserving music. Shops like Crooked Beat and Psalm Records allow everyone to experience vinyl and keep it alive and accessible to the public.
Basically, this is it's something physical, and digital is, to me, it's kind of disposable. And this is something that documents. This is like, I guess, if you want to, you know, if you talk in computer talk, you would say this is the hard copy.
I'm a musician, and it's less and less, it has become slowly less and less more worth it to press up my own music onto CDs, and just adding more plastic to the world. The world doesn't need any more plastic. People don't tend to want to buy any more plastic to have sit on their shelves and take up space. So from a musician perspective, most of the musicians I know have definitely gravitated towards vinyl.
Well, I mean, it's preserving music and culture, and you know, CDs will wear out after a few years, and vinyl will be around for a lot longer, I think.
It means music to me.
Favorite record, probably anything Hendrix or anything straight from Woodstock. Hotel, because it's better than anything else I've ever heard in my life.
Well, the store's named after a Clash song, so I would have to say London Calling from the Clash is probably my favorite record.
I'd say Revolver by the Beatles, if I had to pick one, maybe.
Dub records that go along with Bunny Wailer's Black Heart Man. The dub records are called Dub Disco.
Either Illinois or All Delighted People by Sufjan Stevens.
Well, I had this band who stayed with me at my house one time, and they're really cool. And they gave me their EP on vinyl, and their name is Oberhofer.
Any one of the Bob Marley ones, my good favorite.